NCERT presents audiobook of Geography for Class 8 entitled Resource and Development. The Lesson 4 Agriculture. Page number 38. Gurpreet, Madho and Tina were walking through the village where they saw a farmer tilling land. The farmer told them that he was growing wheat and had just added manure to the soil to make it more fertile. He told the children that the wheat would fetch a good price in the mandi, from where it would be taken to factories to make bread and biscuits from flour. On the top left side of page, there is a picture in which a farmer is talking to 3 children, Gurpreet, Madho and Tina. This transformation from a plant to a finished product involves 3 types of economic activities. These are primary, secondary and tertiary activities. Primary activities include all those connected with extraction and production of natural resources. Agriculture, fishing, and gathering are good examples. Secondary activities are concerned with the processing of these resources. Manufacturing of steel, baking of bread, and weaving of cloth are examples of this activity. Tertiary activities provide support to the primary and secondary sectors through services. Transport, trade, banking, insurance, and advertising are examples of tertiary activities. On the left side, there is an orange box which reads Word Origin. The word agriculture is derived from Latin words ager or agri meaning soil and culture meaning cultivation. Agriculture is a primary activity. It includes growing crops, fruits, vegetables, flowers, and rearing of livestock. In the world, 50% of persons are engaged in agricultural activity. 2/3 of India's population is still dependent on agriculture. Favorable topography of soil and climate are vital for agricultural activity. The land on which the crops are grown is known as arable land, which shown in figure 4.1. Map depicts that agricultural activities is concentrated in those regions of the world where suitable factors for the growing of crops exist. Page number 39. There is figure number 4.1. In figure, world map has been given. The world map depicts world distribution of arable land. On page 39, there is a do you know table. There is a diagram given here in the table. In this diagram, different kinds of culture has been mentioned. There is agri-culture, seri-culture, pisci-culture, viti-culture, horticulture. All these things have different meaning. These meanings have been given alongside the diagram. Agriculture, the science and art of cultivation on the soil, raising crops and rearing livestock. It is called farming. Sericulture, commercial rearing of silkworms. It may supplement the income of the farmer. Pisciculture, breeding of fish in specially constructed tanks and ponds. Viticulture, cultivation of grapes. horticulture, growing vegetables, flowers, and fruits for commercial use. Farm system. Agriculture or farming can be looked at as a system. The important inputs are seeds, fertilizers, machinery, and labor. Some of the operations involved are plowing, sowing, irrigation, weeding, and harvesting. The outputs from the system include crops, wool, dairy, and poultry products. Page number 40. There is figure number 4.2 entitled The Farm System of an Arable Farm. A farmer is spraying chemicals on crops. On the left side of farmer, the inputs for crops are mentioned, which is machinery, seeds, and chemicals. On the right side of farmer, the output, which is crops, are given. There is another figure 4.3 entitled Physical and Human Farm Inputs. There is a diagram given which shows physical inputs. On the top right side of diagram, there is an image which has a slope, rainfall, sunshine, temperature, and soil. Other part of diagram shows human inputs. In the diagram, there is a farmer who is holding a plow. Farmer is mentioned as labor, then storage, chemical, and machinery are also mentioned in human inputs. Types of farming. Farming is practiced in various ways across the world. Depending upon the geographical conditions, demand of produce, labor, and level of technology, farming can be classified into two main types. These are subsistence farming and commercial farming. Subsistence farming. This type of farming is practiced to meet the needs of the farmer's family. Traditionally, low levels of technology and household labor are used to produce on small output. Subsistence farming can be further classified as intensive subsistence and primitive subsistence farming. In intensive subsistence agriculture, the farmer cultivates a small plot of land using simple tools and more labor. Climate with large number of days with sunshine and fertile soils permit growing of more than one crop annually on the same plot. Rice is the main crop. Other crops include wheat, maize, pulses, and oilseeds. Intensive subsistence agriculture is prevalent in the thickly populated areas of the monsoon regions of South, Southeast, and East Asia. On the left side of page, there is an grey box which reads, Interesting fact, organic farming. In this type of farming, organic manure and natural pesticides are used instead of chemicals. No genetic modification is done to increase the yield of the crop. Page number 41. Primitive subsistence agriculture includes shifting cultivation and nomadic herding. Shifting cultivation is practiced in the thickly forested areas of Amazon basin, tropical Africa, parts of Southeast Asia, and Northeast India. These are the areas of heavy rainfall and quick regeneration of vegetation. A plot of land is cleared by felling the trees and burning them. The ashes are then mixed with the soil and crops like maize, yam, potatoes, and cassava are grown. After the soil loses its fertility, the land is abandoned and the cultivator moves to a new plot. Shifting cultivation is also known as slash and burn agriculture. On the top right side of page number 41, there is a red box which reads, "Do you know? Shifting cultivation is known by different names in different parts of world. In Northeast India, it is known as jhuming. In Mexico, it is known as milpa. In Brazil, it is known as roca. And in Malaysia, it is known as ladang." Nomadic herding is practiced in the semi-arid and arid regions of Sahara, Central Asia and some parts of India like Rajasthan and Jammu and Kashmir. In this type of farming, herdsmen move from place to place with their animals for fodder and water along defined routes. This type of movement arises in response to climatic constraints and terrain. Sheep, camel, yak, and goats are most commonly reared. They provide milk, meat, wool, hides, and other products to the herders and their families. On the right side of page, there is figure number 4.4. In this figure, there is an image of nomadic herders with their camels. Commercial farming. In commercial farming, crops are grown and animals are reared for sale in market. The area cultivated and the amount of capital used is large. Most of the work is done by machines. Commercial farming includes commercial grain farming, mixed farming, and plantation agriculture, which shown in figure 4.5. In commercial grain, farming crops are grown for commercial purpose. Wheat and maize are common commercially grown grains. Major areas where commercial grain farming is practiced are temperate grasslands of North America, Europe, and Asia. These areas are sparsely populated with large farms spreading over hundreds of hectares. Severe winters restrict the growing season and only a single crop can be grown. In mixed farming, the land is used for growing food and fodder crops and rearing livestock. It is practiced in Europe, Eastern USA, Argentina, Southeast Australia, New Zealand, and South Africa. At the bottom right side of page number 41, there is figure number 4.5. In this figure, there is an image of a sugarcane plantation. Page number 42. Plantations are a type of commercial farming where single crop of tea, coffee, sugarcane, cashew, rubber, banana, or cotton are grown. Large amount of labor and capital are required. The produce may be processed on the farm itself or in nearby factories. The development of a transport network is thus essential for such farming. Major plantations are found in the tropical regions of the world. Rubber in Malaysia, coffee in Brazil, tea in India, and Sri Lanka are some examples. On the left side of page, there is figure number 4.6. In this figure, there is an image of a banana plantation. Major crops. A large variety of crops are grown to meet the requirement of the growing population. Crops also supply raw materials for agro-based industries. Major food crops are wheat, rice, maize, and millets. Jute and cotton are fiber crops. Important beverage crops are tea and coffee. Rice. Rice is the major food crop of the world. It is the staple diet for the tropical and subtropical regions. Rice needs high temperature, high humidity, and rainfall. It grows best in alluvial clay soil, which can retain water. China leads in the production of rice, followed by India, Japan, Sri Lanka, and Egypt. In favorable climatic conditions as in West Bengal and Bangladesh, 2 to 3 crops are grown in a year. On left side of page number 42, there is figure number 4.7. In this figure, there is an image of rice cultivation. Wheat. Wheat requires moderate temperature and rainfall during growing season and bright sunshine at the time of harvest. It thrives best in well-drained loamy soil. Wheat is grown extensively in USA, Canada, Argentina, Russia, Ukraine, Australia, and India. In India, it is grown in winter. On the left side of page, there is another figure, 4.8. In this figure, there is an image of wheat harvesting. Millets. They are also known as coarse grains and can be grown on less fertile and sandy soils. It is a hardy crop that needs low rainfall and high to moderate temperature and adequate rainfall. Jowar, bajra, and ragi are grown in India. Other countries are Nigeria, China, and Niger. On the left side of page, there is another figure, 4.9. In this figure, there is an image of bajra cultivation. Page number 43. Maize. Maize requires moderate temperature, rainfall, and lots of sunshine. It needs well-drained fertile soils. Maize is grown in North America, Brazil, China, Russia, Canada, India, and Mexico. On the left side of page number 42, there is figure number 4.10. In this figure, there is an image of maize cultivation. On the top right side of page, there is a red box which reads, "Do you know? Maize is also known as corn." Various colorful varieties of maize are found across the world. Cotton. Cotton requires high temperature, light rainfall, 210 frost-free days, and bright sunshine for its growth. It grows best on black and alluvial soils. China, USA, India, Pakistan, Brazil, and Egypt are the leading producers of cotton. It is one of the main raw materials for the cotton textile industries. On the left side of page, there is figure number 4.11. In this figure, there is an image of cotton cultivation. Jute. Jute was also known as the golden fiber. It grows well on alluvial soil and requires high temperature, heavy rainfall, and humid climate. This crop is grown in tropical areas. India and Bangladesh are the leading producers of jute. Coffee. Coffee requires warm and wet climate and well-drained, loamy soil. Hill slopes are more suitable for growth of this crop. Brazil is the leading producer, followed by Colombia and India. At the bottom of page, there is figure number 4.12. In this figure, there is an image of coffee plantation. On the right side of page, there is a grey box which reads, "Interesting fact. Who discovered the coffee plant?" There are different versions about the discovery of coffee. In about AD 850, Kaldi, an Arab goat herder who was puzzled by the queer antics of his flock, tasted the berries of the evergreen bush on which the goats were feeding. On experiencing a sense of exhilaration, he proclaimed his discovery to the world. Tea. Tea is a beverage crop grown on plantations. This requires cool climate and well-distributed high rainfall throughout the year for the growth of its tender leaves. It needs well-drained, loamy soils and gentle slopes. Labor in large number is required to pick the leaves. Kenya, India, China, Sri Lanka produce the best quality tea in the world. Page number 44. On the top left side, there is a figure 4.13. In this figure, there is an image in which laborers are picking tea leaves from tea plantation. Agricultural development. Agricultural development refers to efforts made to increase farm production in order to meet the growing demand of increasing population. This can be achieved in many ways, such as increasing the cropped area, the number of crops grown, improving irrigation facilities, use of fertilizers, and high-yielding variety of seeds. Mechanization of agriculture is also another aspect of agricultural development. The ultimate aim of agricultural development is to increase food security. On the left side, there is a red box which reads, "Do you know? Food security exists when all people at all times have access to sufficient, safe, and nutritious food to meet their dietary needs and food preferences for an active and healthy life." Agriculture has developed at different places in different parts of the world. Developing countries with large populations usually practice intensive agriculture, where crops are grown on small holdings mostly for subsistence. Larger holdings are more suitable for commercial agriculture, as in USA, Canada, and Australia. With the help of 2 case studies of farms, one from India and other from USA, let us understand about agriculture in the developing and a developed country. A farm in India. There is a small village, Adilabad, in Gazipur district of Uttar Pradesh. Munna Lal is a small farmer in this village who has farmland of about 1.5 hectares. His house is in the main village. He purchases high-yielding varieties of seeds from the market every alternate year. The land is fertile and he grows at least 2 crops in a year, which are normally wheat or rice and pulses. The farmer takes advice of his friends and elders as well as government agricultural officers regarding farming practices. He takes a tractor on rent for plowing his field, though some of his friends still use traditional method of using bullocks for plowing. There is a tube well in the nearby field which he takes on rent to irrigate his field. At the bottom left side, there is a figure 4.14. In this figure, there is an image of two farmers who are plowing a field. Page number 45. Munnalal also has 2 buffaloes and few hens. He sells milk in the cooperative store located in the nearby town. He is a member of the cooperative society which also advises him on the type of fodder for his animals, safety measures to protect the health of the livestock, and artificial insemination. All the members of the family help him in various farm activities. Sometimes he takes credit from a bank or the agricultural cooperative society to buy high-yield varieties of seeds and implements. He sells his produce in the mandi located in the nearby town. Since majority of the farmers do not have lax storage facilities, they are forced to sell the produce even when the market is not favorable to them. In recent years, the government has taken some steps to develop storage facilities. On the right side, there is figure number 4.15. In this figure, there is an image of an agricultural field in India. A farm in the USA. The average size of a farm in the USA is much larger than that of an Indian farm. A typical farm size in the USA is about 250 hectares. The farmer generally resides in the farm. Some of the major crops grown are corn, soybean, wheat, cotton, and sugar beet. Joy Horan, a farmer in the Midwest USA, in Iowa State, owns about 300 hectares of land. He grows corn on his field after making sure that the soil and water resources meet the needs of this crop. Adequate measures are taken to control pests that can damage the crop. From time to time, he sends the soil samples to a soil testing laboratory to check whether the nutrients are sufficient or not. The results help Joy Horan to plan a scientific fertilizer program. His computer is linked to the satellite, which gives him a precise picture of his field. This helps him to use chemical fertilizers and pesticides wherever they are required. He uses tractors, seed drills, leveler, combined harvester, and thresher to perform various agricultural operations. Grains are stored in the automated grain storage or dispatched to market agencies. The farmer in USA works like a businessman and not like a peasant farmer. On the right side, there is figure number 4.16. In this figure, there is an image of a farm in the USA. At the bottom left side, there is figure number 4.17. In this figure, there is an image of crops on which pesticides are being sprayed. Page number 46. On the top left side, there is figure number 4.18. entitled Mechanized Harvesting in the USA. In this figure, there is an image of few farmers who are harvesting their crops using machines. Exercises. Question number 1. Answer the questions given here. 1. What is agriculture? 2. Name the factors influencing agriculture. 3. What is shifting cultivation? What are its advantages? 4. What is plantation agriculture? 5. Name the fiber crops and name the climatic conditions required for their growth. Number 2. Tick the correct answer. 1. Horticulture means A. Growing of fruits and vegetables. B. Primitive farming. C. Growing of wheat. Number 2. Golden fiber refers to A. Tea. B. Cotton. C. Jute. 3. Leading producers of coffee. A. Brazil. B. India. C. Russia. Number 3. Give reasons. 1. In India, agriculture is a primary activity. 2. Different crops are grown in different regions. Number 4. Distinguish between 1. Primary activities and tertiary activities. 2. Subsistence farming and intensive farming. Number 5. Activity. 1. Collect seeds of wheat, rice, jowar, bajra, ragi, maize, oilseeds and pulses available in the market. Bring them to the class and find out in which type of soil they grow. 2. Find out the difference between the lifestyle of farmers in the USA and India on the basis of pictures collected from magazines, books, newspapers, and the internet. Page number 47. Number 6. For fun. Solve the crossword puzzle with the help of given clues. In this question, there are cross and down boxes given. Here, the clues are given in a table. The table is divided in two parts. On left side of table, clues for across boxes are given. Number 1. Crop that needs well-drained fertile soils, moderate temperatures and lots of sunshine. For your answer, 5 boxes are given. Number 2. Increasing production through use of high-yield variety seeds, chemical fertilizers and pesticides. For your answer, there are 5 and 10 boxes given across. Number 4. USA, Canada, Russia, Australia are major producers for this crop. For your answer, 5 boxes are given across. Number 10. Type of farming to meet family needs. For your answer, 11 boxes are given across. Number 13. Rearing of animals for sale. For your answer, 9 boxes are given across. Number 14. Growing grapes for wines. For your answer, 11 boxes are given across. On the right side of table, the clues for down boxes are given. Number 1. Coarse grains are also called. 7 boxes are given for your answer. Number 3. Cultivation involving slash and burn. 8 boxes are given for your answer. Number 5. Growing of crops, fruits and vegetables. 11 boxes are given for your answer. Number 6. Tea, coffee, sugarcane and rubber are grown in. 11 boxes are given for your answer. Number 7. Requires 210 frost-free days for growth. 6 boxes are given for your answer. Number 8. Growing of flowers. 12 boxes are given for your answer. Number 9. Also called golden fiber. 4 boxes are given for your answer. Number 11. Also known as paddy. 4 boxes are given for your answer. Number 12. Activity concerned with extraction of natural resources. 7 boxes are given for your answer.